Hello viewers, welcome to the channel Sampoorn Adhyan. In this particular video, I am going to tell you about that how to simulate a SCR triggering using the unijunction transistor that is the UJT device as an oscillator. In the part 1, I told you that how this UJT device can generate the triggering pulses for any power electronic switch like SCR or other devices. But in this particular video, I'll tell you that how to actually uh, trigger the SCRs. I have the complete simulation, so please watch the video till end so that you can understand the theory and the procedure of simulation behind it. Now, in other parts also, I have told about the some other projects of related to the PSpice, so you can please visit my channel and also you can subscribe it and press bell icon to get further notifications. You please also visit our playlist of the PSpice tutorials. So let us start with the that how to simulate the SCR triggering using UJT device. So firstly, I'll go to the capture CIS of my PSpice 9.2 version. Okay, here we can select a new project. Here we can give the name project UJT SCR. Okay, it is going to be analog and mixed AD project, and the directory I have already given. In other videos I told that how to do this. Okay, now create a blank project. Okay, now quickly we will get our schematic. So I am going to quickly create the circuit for the UJT 2642 and 2646. The separate video I have already uploaded that how to simulate this one. In this one you can also take a glimpse of it. So I am going to do it quickly. If you don't get any steps, then you can follow my part 1 of this UJT device, in which I have given that complete demonstration that how to simulate. Now we required a DC source. Actually, you can follow a data list to settle the to decide the values of this particular components. So quickly make the connections between the components. Once you do the practice, you will get habitual of it and there will be no problem while doing these things. Okay, now we have to connect a ground also, zero source ground, which is a very important, because without this our simulation will not complete. You can connect your ground here. Now please rename it. This is a RB2 resistance, base 2 resistance. This is RB1 base 1 resistance. This is simple capacitance. Its value is, now I'm going to take point 1 microfarad. Okay. Also you can adjust these values as per the rating of the UJT and requirement of the circuit and the time period you required. Here its value is, this time it is 20k. This is going to be 100 ohm. This is going to be 20 ohm simply. The value option only. Here it is 20 volt DC. Okay, it is automatically a DC. Now here we will get the firing pulses, so we can check that whether we are getting the firing pulses for this or not. So we can place the potential marker between these 2 points, because the capacitor will charge this charge and discharge for this and will give the, now we will create a new simulation profile for this project UJT SCR simulation profile. You can give any name as per your convenience. and as soon as you open this you will find this window. Here you can give a simulation time of 20 milliseconds, simulation steps to get the smooth waveform, the time domain transient analysis, apply, okay. Now if you go here, piece files, run it, you will get the simulation window, this one. Now here we are getting in the red waveform, we are getting the pulses, and these are the charging and discharging waveforms of the capacitors, which is actually presented in the green pattern, okay. Now our motto is to trigger the SCR, so we will go back to our circuit. Now here we will add one SCR, which is 2N1595, okay. We will take this SCR, we will rotate it by Control R. Here we want to trigger this SCR, and because it is an oscillator circuit, you can remove this, you can adjust this thing also, you can remove this one also, okay. Now as per your convenience, you can adjust all these things. Now here your SCR is, and because it is an oscillator circuit, so your SCR need to be fed by a AC source whose frequency should be matching with the oscillator's frequency. Then only these firing pulses will be ensure that when the SCR will turn on, and when the and in the negative alteration of the AC supply, SCR will automatically get turned off, because the load current will go below the holding current, okay. Now the theory part, you can refer your books and other study materials. Now we will take a voltage sine source, okay. We will place it over here. Now we required a load component also, so we are going to take a simple R load, R analog. We can like place it over here anywhere, and drag down this name so that you can see this one, okay. Now you can make the connections. This is for the SCR. The ground will going to be common, either you can connect here or simply here. You can connect your voltage source with the ground. Also one more resistance is required to control the gate current, so we are going to place it over here, and we will make the wire connection, and this is going to be directly connected with this, okay. Now whatever the firing pulses we are getting at RB1, it will actually trigger your SCR. The frequency of AC source should be matching with the oscillator frequency, then only this SCR will turn on at the right places of the pulses. So I'm going to give the values for the source, let's say 24 volt amplitude, okay. Now the frequency, actually I have measured from that previous waveform, whatever we get here. Here we can measure the frequency by placing the toggle trace. You can like expand this waveform, you can place the toggle cursor at these points, okay, and you can note down the points carefully. I told already in the other videos that how to note down these points, and you can take the differences, you will get the frequent time period, and based on that you can actually decide your frequency. So I'm going to give the frequency I have already measured, 536.653429 hertz, okay. It is with a little bit complicated decimal values, but no need to worry, because it is because of the oscillator frequency. You need to match with the oscillator frequency, then only it will work correctly. Now here it should be the 1 kilo ohm, you can make this one 10 ohm only. This is your load, okay. So you can name it load, okay. Now whatever be the things are there, here we have to observe what are the things. we have to observe the capacitor voltage across this. We have to observe also this voltage across this load, so that we can understand what is my triggering, what is my actually SCR output. And here we have to also place a voltage marker, so that we can understand what is my other waveforms of the firing pulses across the SCR. So this is the way we can do it. Now we will going to see that whether our any kind of a simulation setting is further required. No, it is okay. So we can go and we can run this. Okay, simulation aborted because there are errors during the net listing. Please refer to the session. Okay, one value I have not given, that V off is required. We can give this value 0 volt. That's why it is showing like this. Now you can see that here it is make the green circle also. Now let's see, run. Now this time it will run, and it is going to give you the pulses. Now you can see that previously it was green. Now let me change the color for your understanding. Properties, let me make it green with a little bit thick line. Okay, let me make it property, we can make it red, or in spite of red you can take any of this, like yellow you can take. Okay, make it bit thicker. Okay, now you can also take this yellow one, you can change its color. Properties, previously it was, in the other videos it was red. So you can see now, you can see that these are the charging and discharging of the capacitors in the green waveform, and as soon as it will charge, it will actually hit the firing pulse, and at the same moment your SCR will trigger, so your output is appear across the load. If you talk about that what is your uh, input, so you can add another window. You can adjust this setting also. It is actually taking a y-axis range from -40 to there. You can make it 0. Okay, so this will going to have, and also you can have, this is up to the 30 volts only. You can adjust all these things. I think it will going to take, if you make 25 also, that is okay. It will expand. Okay, now why I done this, because I want to expand this waveform so properly, and you can also take its input v2 plus. Okay, now you can see that this is our AC source, and this AC source is actually, if I show with some other color, or let's see. Okay, this is our AC source. Okay, now you can see that at the positive alteration, it is getting the firing pulses in the red, with the red colors. As soon as it will appear over here, you will get the your triggered waveform across the loads. Okay, so this is the way you can see. I can also zoom it. Let's say we can do it. Firstly, need to check that what is the period should be there. 3.75 I can take, not 3.5 I can take, and you can take 7, up to 7. Okay, let me do it for your better understanding. 3.45 millisecond to 7 milliseconds. If I'll expand this, you can see this. Now this is the charging of the capacitor in the green up till it is charging from valley voltage, from this minimal voltage of valley voltage to peak voltage. The UJT is not working. Okay, that means your capacitor is charging through the RC. Now as soon as it will reach to the peak value, the UJT turns on, because completes the condition of forward biasing of the PN junction. So it will discharge, the capacitor will discharge its voltage across the base 1 resistance RB1 very quickly. The discharge time is very fast because the resistance connected at the base 1 is very small, of 20 ohms only. So it discharge, and this discharging red colored discharging pulse will be there. But at the same time you can see that it also fires the SCR which is connected with this AC source, which is shown with this orange color. So ultimately across the load we will get this kind of voltage, triggered voltage, uh, which is shown with the yellow waveform across the voltage, and we can adjust the frequency of the oscillator by changing the value of RC and the capacitance also, because if you do not want to change the capacitance value, you can change the RC value, because this time constant will be 1 upon RC. And if you change the value of RC, then you simply the charge, if you change the charging resistance value, the charging period will be changed, so the time of period of the oscillation will be changed, and the frequency of oscillation will be changed, and the frequency of occurrence of these red triggering pulses will be changed, and accordingly you will get the different angles of firing, okay, that you can adjust as per your requirement. So this is all about that, how to actually simulate the SCR triggering with the UJT circuit. Here we our oscillator circuit. This is nothing but working as a oscillator circuit, which is providing the gate pulse over here across the RB1, because this capacitor is discharging through this when the UJT turns on, and this discharging pulse is appears across the gate and cathode of the SCR, that will make the SCR into the conduction, and which is actually connected with the AC source along with this load. So you can see that your load is getting the corresponding voltage. So this is all about your SCR triggering with the UJT oscillator circuit. I hope you have understood each and everything. You can also measure by using this toggle cursor. I have told you, you can also measure the various data on this particular waveform. So you can save it. You can also get the output report here, view simulation output file. Okay, so you can see, if you click on this, you will get your output simulation file. Okay, output simulation file you can also see. So I'm not interested in that. So right now whatever with the pulses we are getting, it is nothing but the SCR triggering pulses, and our SCR is successfully triggered. So this is all about in this particular video. I also want to tell you that if you want to study that what is my specification of this 2N2646, so you can download the data sheet. You can have this kind of a data sheet, which is I am following right now, released by the Philips Semiconductor Devices, in which the several data related to the UJT is given. Based on these ratings and data, you can, like here the limiting values are given, and different values are given, also the characteristics based on the 25 degrees Celsius temperature, everything is given. So based on these minimum, maximum and typical values, you can design your circuit. Like in this data sheet, this particular circuit is designed, which I have already demonstrated in the part 1, and it was giving the some successfully pulses for the SCR triggering. In the same way I done this particular simulation also. So I hope you understood about this. Please give your feedback in the comment box also, and also subscribe the channel and press bell icon for the further uploads of the project. And also please visit our channel and playlist, and please keep share with the other viewers also. So this is all about this one. Thank you for watching.